Alright, hello YouTube. First for me, I've never made a YouTube video to share, so I'm going to try this out and see how it works. Fair warning, I am not in any way, shape, or form an expert on beekeeping. I've never kept a single bee. I've been stung before. I've eaten honey. And I wore a makeshift beekeeper outfit one time to clean out a hive that was in a buddy of mine's pasture, living in an old wooden spool. So my beekeeping knowledge and experience is zero. I'm the opposite of an expert. I'm making stuff up as I go and hoping it works. But I had this idea to try to catch some swarms this season. It is March 3rd, 2017. And probably a little bit early, but swarms should be forming in the next couple of weeks, I imagine. And thought I'd just try my hand and see if I could catch some. I know some beekeepers who would probably take them off my hands. But anyway, I'm not really interested in keeping them. I've got too many kids in my yard from day to day. This seems to be the neighborhood congregation point for all the kids, and I just don't want that. If I had more land or a place to keep them, I might think about it. But for this year, my thought is just to try to catch some swarms. I've got some Swarm Commander on order that should be here tomorrow, and I've bought a couple of NUCs or NUCs. Hell, see, I don't even know how the right way to say it. I've heard both ways, but I'm going to go with NUC. I bought two NUCs, 5-frame NUC hives, and I've modified them based on some videos I've watched and just some ideas that I had to make some traps, and hopefully this will work. Time will tell. Anyway, here's what I've done. As you can see, I got the 5-frame box. I wanted all this to be attached, so I've attached the bottom and the lid. You can see I've got some latches here, hinges on this side, and I just used my Craig jig and some pocket holes to attach the box frame to the bottom. That'll let me put it up in a tree and not worry about it falling off, the wind blowing it apart, anything like that. So that's step one. Like I said, this may be the exact wrong thing to do. So I don't plan on keeping these bees. I'm just trying to catch them. The other thing I did is here on the front, which I've never seen anybody else do, but hopefully it'll work. I wanted a way to close up the hive once I've got a swarm in it, just for transportation. So I took this board, I cut some slots in it, I glued a little piece to the bottom because I realized that on the back side my saw continued cutting and it provided a perfect channel for them to climb out of. So I put this other piece on the bottom, but when this drops down, with just a couple of loosen the wing nuts, drop it down and close it, and then that gives them a vent hole. For all I know, the bees could propolize that. This could be the wrong way to do it. I don't know. I'm flying by the seat of my pants here, but gives them a vent hole so that they won't die while it's closed and I'm transporting the hive to wherever it's ultimately going to go. Anyway, just my take, and feel free to leave your comments and tell me what I did right or where I went wrong, because I've never kept bees before. I did see a bee checking out my frames here. I got some frames with wax foundation, and about 10 minutes ago there were a couple of bees checking out the wax foundation just as it lays there. So I'm excited. Hopefully this will work. Bye.